Hi, Carlos. I'm Brian, and Ursa has asked me to respond to your request for some advice around your expansion plans. First, congratulations on reaching so many clubs and continuing your growth. Three things I want to touch on as advice. The first is your site location, particularly your demographics. I want to talk about that a little bit. Also, some specifics on your lease. And then finally, having multiple units and what that means and how you need to be on top of a few things as you grow, beyond 4 to 5 locations. First, on the demographics, you have a lot of information on your demos, and that's great, but you need to get URSA's 2009 Consumer Report and look at psychographic segmentation research in there. Go to sitereports.com, the Nielsen-Claritas report, and don't use radial analysis in your demographics. Use drive time. And I would say probably a 12 to 15 minute drive time would reflect a decent market area for you. That's going to tell you via Nielsen-Claritas your psychographic populations by household. And if you compare those to the URSA research I mentioned, you can get a good idea of what the demand is in your trade area. And then be thoughtful in looking at your competition, do some mystery shopping, do a little reconnaissance, estimate what the other memberships are in your other competing facilities, and then you'll get a good idea, is the market underserviced, is it overserviced? That's the kind of research you really need to do. A lot of times people have demographics, they just don't apply them right. Secondly, on the lease itself, it is a buyer's market generally, so be very aggressive. Look for signage, push for as long as you can in deferring initial rents. Look for build-out options, tenant options and financing around that a landlord can provide you. Really try to be as thorough as you can in researching your square foot cost. Look for escalators, make sure that they're not too aggressive, and make sure you have a tenant representation on the sites. Don't utilize the brokers that the owners or landlords also utilize. Finally, on having multiple locations, you really need to have systems that are consistent. Having 2 or 3 locations versus 4 or 5 starts to become a wide gap in how you want to manage. You've got to hire really good people. You've got to do a better job of training and development of those people because one person can't cover that number of sites. So the people aspect of your business and how you manage things in a systematic way are going to be critical to your success. And if you'd like to follow up with me at brian@fitmark.com, I'd be happy to talk to you in more detail. But those are some of the key pieces of advice I'd give you. Good luck. Thanks.